Coach, obviously last night was, as low as you can get as far as, what you would expected from this team. But a bounce back tonight, just does that kind of salvage, the weekend for you?
Well, 100%. And when you go last night 7-0, the five 5-on-5 even strength goals against are really teachable moments, and I think it's really important as a team to understand why we gave up goals. And then you go into tonight, and like we've talked about before, resilient group, but a great mix of characters with who we have in that dressing room. There's a good amount of resolve with some unbelievable leadership there, starting with Gavin Bryant. And what we did tonight was really focus on how we needed to play and how we needed to be better, and was those lessons the hard lessons that we had to learn last night that we took into today's victory. So we didn't give up our second chances. We managed the puck for 60 minutes and found a way to generate on our power play here, which hasn't happened too recently. And it was a good recipe and had all the ingredients here for a big win.
Was there anything that needed to be said as far as a response after the game last night or going into today that you really wanted to hammer away at them? Or did you think that group knew that, after last night that they needed to be a lot better today and come away with more results?
No, we needed to be specific with how we play. And when we get away from our systems and when we don't have the entire team pulling in the right direction, it's going to be tough to win. So we had a couple guys short, but we needed everybody. And we know that it started with Charlie Robertson. I thought he was phenomenal tonight, making his debut for the IceDogs, making his return into North Bay. I mean, you caught lightning in a bottle with him, but I mean, he looked like a sound goalie, somebody that's been there before, and it was great to see the teammates react around him and his reaction to the win. I thought that was very important too, but overall in general, it was a great response, and we learned from making the mistakes 2 nights in a row, so that's an important sign.
You said you were going to need to see Charlie, and he's going to have to earn the trust of this team with what you saw today and giving Owen Flores a break after his 14-game Ironman streak. Has that proved to you that you have another goaltender that can help you win some games along with your starter?
100%. I mean, he plays like that. You want to give him another game. At the same time, I think, Owen Flores in his own right has put us in a position to play competitive games in January, especially after the start, and that's a lot of credit to him. And now Charlie comes in, peeks his head in there and says, hey, I can help this team win games too. And that North Bay hockey team is a very good hockey team. And if it wasn't for Charlie tonight, I don't know if we would have been in it. But collectively as a group, we found a way, and I think that's really important.
Another road trip where you're down a couple of skaters, you were down a forward and a D, so just talk about the collective unit of those guys being able to pull through and have guys double shift at times, and especially on the back end you needed your top four to really lug a lot of minutes. So can you just speak to what they were able to provide you this weekend?
Yeah, we gave specific roles to everybody here today, and we told the top 6 forwards that they needed to find a way to produce offense, and it was Rubric and Kevin He was in our top 6 forwards that found a way to generate offense, and we said our third line, you guys needed to make sure you're really good at checking and playing systematic hockey, and they found a way to produce offense too, which was a huge shot in the arm. So as far as how every single line went with our depth, we found a way to play for 60 minutes tonight, and we bought in, which is really important. And when you get away from your structured and your game plan like we did the night before, it ends up costing us. So like I said, for us it was a costly lesson. It was a hard lesson to learn, but as the coaches are always going to be happy, at least when you see the kids taking away something positive from that learning lesson.
What's the message going into next week? You got a 3-3, including another road trip to Kingston and Ottawa. So what's the message as far as getting those guys back in practice on Tuesday and Wednesday and making sure that you're prepared for 3 more big games this week, because you're obviously still in the hunt right now?
Yeah, we're just going to try to get healthy here and make sure we just keep doing the same things that we've been doing here for the last couple months, because the team is trending in the right direction. We got to keep playing the same type of hockey that we keep playing here, and eventually it's going to pay off. And you start seeing some of the signs here really working, especially on the entries and some of the offensive zone play. The neutral zone, I think, has been good for us, and we don't want to make too many changes. We want to have these guys, see it for, as long as they can, and the longer you play and the longer it starts working for them, the more belief that you're going to have in our system. And right now, I don't think the team is any short of belief. So it's a huge win for our confidence, and we'll try to get back on the board. And anytime you play against your former teammates, we saw Bronson Ride get traded here, and we were motivated to play against them. And we all know who's coming back on Thursday. So hopefully we try to take the same type of adversity into that game.
Thanks, Coach. Look forward to talking next week.
Thanks, Brandon.